Hello everyone, and welcome back to Chaosville, here with your Master of Horror for the evening, lying in bed mon. So, few developments. The first is we have a few bit more pieces of furniture, so that the bedroom isn't quite as barren. We technically have a bath now, basically. I need to put like a mirror, and maybe come up with some kind of item to function as a toilet. But other than that, more or less everything around here is fine. I've added a fume funnel over here. I don't know if I mentioned that last time, but that's there now. Let's see, what else? Well, I put a ton of glintweed around, and it spread sort of like wildfire. I'll explain all these holes in a moment. So I then cleared it up, and I put it at least 2 blocks above the floor, and that seems to be largely enough to keep it from spreading. I haven't done that for all of the glintweed around here, though, so this side of the forest is still heavily coated in it. And the ember moss is still growing as it likes. I'm probably going to phase out the ember moss for stuff like the ender bramble later on, which is going to imitate my, for want of a better term, rape trees, but we'll see. Someone mentioned that you need the liquid essence to get these witchcraft saplings to grow. That is correct. I have not had the opportunity to go and grab them, though. And today we are going to be mostly... Oh, hello, bolus skeleton. We're going to be mostly focusing on the circle magic, which I have prepared thusly. And we are going to be setting up Rites of Sanctity. These are the cheapest and more or less the most effective and useful defensive ritual that you can do. And it costs a bit of redstone and a feather. It's a 7x7, which means it's not the largest area of effect available, but it's also the only area of effect available for something of that scale. And it prevents mobs from entering into its area. So in this case, we're going to be using 3 of them, all attached to our altar that we secreted under there. You can see I have a smoke here. I do have a candelabra under there, so it's increasing the recharge rate, because these rites are going to be constantly trying to drain power from the altar, and you need at least a ×2 to carry one of these, so I went with a ×3. We'll see whether or not 3 of these still burn that out, but anyways, so I've got 7x7 set up here, and the way that you do these is you get your golden chalk, and you set that in the middle. These markings are very durable, but you can break them by just plunking something on them, so like right-clicking with dirt would get rid of it, washing it away with water would also do the trick, and digging up the block from beneath it would also do the trick. Okay, and if I go around here with these symbols are also completely random. I could click on the same exact spot and it would have a bunch of different things. And let's get the first one over here done. So feather, redstone, you toss all the ingredients in there and you right-click. Unknown, because apparently I've missed something somewhere. Question being, where? Now we've got all of those. Let's dig down, take a look. That usually means that I've missed a mark somewhere. And it looks like it's over here. So let's just put down the ritual chalk here. Can I reach just about? Okay. And why do I have a piece of wool on me? That's weird. Okay, let's try this now. There we go. Okay, and as long as that's bubbling away, you know it's working. Intriguing thing to note is that you actually only need the full circles when you are setting it up. Once you've actually got it active there, that golden circle in the middle is controlling everything and you no longer need to worry. Okay, so let's set up our second one. You can also have them sharing circle pieces, so this one is sharing circle pieces with that one we just set up. And they do have durability, so it's entirely likely that I'm going to run out of chalk by the time we're done here. And the gold symbols are also responsive to redstone, so if you can figure out a way to eject the right ingredients into a ritual of the appropriate size, you can automate rituals. which is very fun when you really want to mess someone the heck up, so you can, like, teleport them to somewhere specific. And I'm gonna have to dig down here. Okay, but what this is going to do is basically it's going to make this front porch area largely safe. Not fully safe, but largely safe. Because the mobs can kind of glitch around the edges. Which causes problems every now and then. But we shouldn't have to worry too much. And, oh yeah, speaking of keeping things out, if you haven't seen it yet, Shin of the Yogscast is on the server. Not right now. I'm the only person around right now. And he has put up his first video. Oh, we are getting to be good and ready for time here. He put up his first video with Duncan, which shows him being the one that took my book. Oh, and that sound is most likely this also going dead for power. So let us just dig our way to that. Yep, and that's probably killed all of these, actually. But this one isn't. Okay. So that's what happens when you don't have enough power in your altar. Which means we need to figure out a way to improve that, and the most obvious way that I can think of, at least, is to use a chalice. But at least these circles are done, so let's just hide those. Be very careful not to click on the circle pieces themselves. Well, actually register as I can't quite make it out. Now, I have already set up another altar at the back of the building for a circle that's actually controlling, for a circle that's covering the back door. That's always fun to watch. So, if I stand over here, Mr. Nasty there cannot get near me. And that is the same for all hostile mobs. There's also an inverted version, which he would be able to enter, but he wouldn't be able to leave. And I also want to try and mess with one that causes lightning, because that could be fun to watch. Just grab some sleep, shall we? And then we shall set about making a chalice of some description. Now, unfortunately, you can... Good lord, I'm glitching around all over the place, aren't I? What's causing that? Is it day? No, it's still night. Weird. What's going on there? Did it happen again? Nope. That was weird. Yeah, the chickens are still over here. I haven't gotten a permanent spot for them. I may have to come up with some kind of machine to contain and control them. But back here, we have another one underneath here. It's slightly more hidden. And yeah, you can see he can go around the edges there, but it's also he's looking for shelter. But let's see, Mr. Creeper over here should be a better example. So if I stand around about where the tree is, I think under here is the heart symbol, as it is called. And yep, can't get to me. Which means that whilst the area is still spawning mobs, it's still quite good for being defended and safe. And I also went around the interior here with the F7 on, and I have managed to cover everything such that mobs cannot spawn in here now. Because apparently someone got hit by an angry zombie in here before, and I managed to encounter one myself. But let's see, what are we going to need to make a chalice? There's also one for reliquary here. The filled chalice is the more expensive one. We need to toss all of that into a kettle. Drop of luck, however, requires refined evil. And of course, Mutandus Extremis. But the attuned stone we can more or less handle. So let me see. That is going to require a bucket of lava. So let's go and grab that. I know of just the place we can grab it. Down my old mining haunt. But yeah, the glintweed is still growing in a few places, like over there. But by and large, the area is ground cleared. and I've been using it in a fun... It's basically a glowing torch, a growing torch that just, like, spreads out. I fear if you put one of them in a cave system and left it alone long enough, then it would actually, be able to fully engulf the cave system without you having to set much foot in it. It would take ages, but it's a possibility. Okay, and down the holes to over here, I believe, is where all the lava is that I keep borrowing from. Yes it is. Good, good, good. So let's grab one from over here. And stick something in there. Just so I know that there's nothing beneath it. Okay, so with that we need a whiff of magic. That, I believe, is rowan saplings. Rowan saplings are kind of irritating. I still need to set up a farm. Maybe that'll be one of my next things when I'm tinkering around with witchery, is building some kind of automated tree farm. But I'd actually need to develop a power supply first. But my next project is for after the Evil Dead cabin, which should be rounded up in the next couple of episodes, really. It should be a lot of fun, and it's going to center around the Japanese Ringu, or otherwise known in the West as the Ring series. So we get to be building Sadako's Well, at the bottom of which I'm planning to have quite some dangerous stuff. But we need to tinker around with witchery a little bit more around here, so I'm going to be fixing some stuff up and getting some stuff ready. For example, I'm going to need to be infused, and infusion is basically a superpower. So I need to get at least one of these altars up to a fairly high level of power. And ideally we can check out poppets today as well, because those are going to come in handy. Okay, do we have any whiff of magic? Do we have any rowan saplings? We have 4 rowan saplings, and we have some trees outside, so I'm not too worried about using these up. So let us grab some charcoal and cook this up, and hopefully we'll get one fairly soonish. Nope. Will number 2 do it? Come on. Yeah, but these don't last very long. They only have a 64 durability. I don't believe you can enchant them. But the way to get around that, oh, there we go, is to use the circle talismans, which allow you to pick up the entire circle array. Which is a heck of a lot cheaper than making a whole ton of chalk. But, of course, you have to make the circle talisman itself, which is not cheap. And I'm running a little bit low on diamonds already. Okay, there we go. And we got our whiff of magic back. I think there's something with this crafting bench, this magician's workbench, which is occasionally giving me my items back when it shouldn't do so. I'm not going to complain, because, hey, free items, but I've gotten my lava bucket back on occasion, now I've gotten the whiff of magic back. That's interesting. Okay, so 2 like that, 2, and the attuned stone. One of these days I'll actually use this as a battery. Gets us the chalice, and if we stick this in the on top of the altar over here, we should be able to see how much that brings this up. So that brings us up to 2,308, which is a rather huge increase. The other thing we can put on there is a skull, but I haven't picked up any skeleton skulls as yet. So now let's get some feathers again, and let's get the redstone that we need, and we can... oh, I only have the 1 feather. Guess I'm gonna have to breed some chickens and then murderize them. Almost not going to complain, actually, because they're kind of noisy. Yeah, that would have saved me some time. Okay, well, seeds, get your seeds, breed. There we go, 9 feathers. Oh, hello, looks like one of our new members has joined. So that is Bevo LJ, he's our latest addition. I don't know when his first video is coming out, but I suppose you'll have to watch his channel to find out, won't you? Okay, so 2... and let us get this moving. So feather, redstone, initiate. Okay, that's now 2 running off the same altar. Power is declining. Now the way that we can maybe get around that is to have a second altar and just have them sort of at opposing edges of the porch, because they always use the nearest altar. But that is something we'll maybe have to work on next time, because I really want to try out something using lightning. So let's see, what is the recipe for summoning a lightning storm? That is, let's see, ancient barren area, here by broken total eclipse, which could be interesting to try later. Sky's Wrath, lightning storm, 2000 power, 1000 power, inside. Focus lightning storm inside. Okay, so wooden sword and wood ash. Okay, well I think we can manage that. And yep, that's where they are. This is probably a very bad idea to do underneath a tree, but we'll see how this ends. I'm around, so if need be, I can just put it out myself. Wooden sword and the ash we can pick up from the oven as we run past it on the way there. So a wooden sword. Ooh, and I have this bucket to put back. And some ash from here. Is it just the one? Yeah, 1 wooden sword, 1 wood ash, and 1000 altar power. We can change it out for a stone sword and 2000 power. And apparently that creates lightning instead of lightning, but that will create it outside, which just makes it a bit more of a defensive thing. And we can also use it defensively in the same fashion with an iron sword and a charged attuned stone. We'll be getting into those a bit later once I've actually worked on getting things to be a bit more useful around here. So, wooden sword, wood ash, deactivate that, activate that, and get the heck back. Ooh, ow, ow, ow. Catch you next time. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and or a favorite. Follow me on Twitter and subscribe to be notified of future updates. You can also check out the website where most other content is uploaded. That's all for now, catch you later.